Okay, we'll start with tailstock. It is also a part C assembly. So this is the parts drawing given in the question paper. So they will give the parts drawing of the tailstock. So here at the bottom right corner, you can observe the title box which contains the details of tailstock. So this indicates it is a first angle projection here, and whatever the views are drawn, all are in first angle projection. So along with this, they will give the part list. So in the part list, observe, so there are 19 components present here. So totally 19 components are there. Some of the components, they have not shown the diagram because they are the standard one. So if you observe here, there are 19 components. In the diagram, if all the 19 are present, then it's fine, or else it can be on standard component. So you have to go through that standard components. So first identify all the 19 are there or not. So one is the body. So for this they have given three views. This is the broken sectional front view. So because you have shown some dotted line, so this is the front view of a body, this is the top view of a body, and this is the side view, that is left side view drawn on right profile plane, because we are following first angle projection. Then the second component, feather. So it is a feather key, identify that in the diagram. So this is the feather key. They have given two views. One is this view, another is the this view. So you have to identify which is the front view and which is the side view here. So only three views are given. In the assembly, how the feather key will go with respect to the front view of the body, that you have to imagine. So if that is the case, so this view which is showing 12 at the flat surface as 12, that into mark. So this view is the front view and this is the side view. Then the part number 3, the wheel, the hand wheel. So here in the assembly, this becomes the front view, that is which is showing this 185 width, that is your front view. The circles, the keyway for circle, so this will be the side view. So this is the front view. So this is the front view and this one is the side view. So wheel diameter showing is the side view, and this is the thickness, and this boss, this 45 and 185 dimensions are there now. So these are all the, so this shows it is the front view of a hand wheel. So first you identify how many views are given and everything, and this next, this is part number 3. Part number 3 is barrel. So this is the part number 3, it is a barrel, and the hand wheel is part number 8. So like that, first try to identify all the parts and what are the dimensions and how many views are given with respect to that particular part. Then the part number 4. So for the part number 4, it is screw spindle. For the screw spindle, they have given two views. Again, this is the this is the front view, which is showing 300 mm dimension, and this one is the side view. Next, the fifth one, next one is this bearing. So like that, you identify that is a flange. It is made up of cast iron. Then you have it feather key, hand wheel. So hand wheel is made up of cast iron, washers, hexagonal nut, stud, washer, M6 standard. So you have written your star mark. That means this 12 and 17, they are the standard. They have written here it as a STD. That means the diagrams for this 12 and 17 is not given in the parts drawing, because when they are rating it as a standard, we have to consider the dimension from standards only. So those dimensions will not be given in the parts geometry. So here those two components which are mentioned as standard, they will not show the component. So for that M22, you already know what are the standard dimensions for washer. That is, inner diameter will be the D+1 and the outer diameter will be 2D and thickness will be 0.15D. So like that, you have to calculate the washer dimensions by standard relationships. So now we observe how many views are given for all the components, then go through the dimensions, and then, so as we discussed earlier, you should know what is the assembled drawing and the exploded view. So this is the assembled drawing of tailstock. So by observing this, you will come to know which parts will go where in the assembly. So you can identify here, the first one is the body, second one is the barrel, sorry, this is the feather. It is a feather key. Just observe, this is the feather key looking in T shape. Then the component 3 is barrel. Then the 4 is the screw spindle. Fifth one is the flange. Sixth one is the screws. So like that, you identify and you match which component will join where. So what you have to do is, by observing this part geometry, you need to practice to draw this front view. Along with the front view, you should draw the top view also. So for that, first you complete the front view with the given body. So always better you practice, you draw the biggest part first. Usually in the serial number of bill of materials, that will be the body only. So we have to start with the body always, if that is the number one component. So that will usually will go in the same order. So first you draw the body of the tailstock by observing the question paper body front view. Whatever the shape is there, in the same shape and size, try to draw it on a paper first. So here it is showing 242 mm. So it is impossible to take 242 on your A4 sheet. You can go for scaling option, or for the practice purpose, what you can do, just observe this view and try to draw the rough sketch with the proportionate dimension. Need not to be 242 only, but when you draw this one by observing this image, it must look like the same shape. You practice in that way. So once the body is drawn, then you identify the parts which will go into the assembly. So for example, now you concentrate the body part now. Imagine that all parts are not there, only body is drawn. Then what you have to do is insert the barrel into the body. So the body diagram is already there. The barrel diagram is there. What you can do is, so there are some matching dimensions, that is, outer diameter of the barrel is equal to the inside diameter of this tailstock hole. So you need not to draw this complete line again, because that line is already done in the body. So what you can do is, just you extend this portion like this and you draw. So this indicates barrel. So barrel will be closed here. Then you can insert a center, that is part number 19. So here below this barrel we have a keyway slot. In that keyway we need to insert this key, part number 2. Then from the back side the screw spindle should be inserted, and that will be fixed with the flanges and screws here. Then on this screw spindle we have to mount the hand wheel. Then we have to put a washer, that is standard washer, then lock it using nut. Then so here at the center we have a clamping plate. So there is a nut and bolt arrangement, one clamping plate will be there. So this tailstock will be mounted on the bed of a lathe. Yes. So from the bottom we have to fix up this clamping plate in the guideways. Then from the top we are going to tighten this. Then this body will be fixed on a guideways. By moving the hand wheel we can get the movement of this barrel by rotating in clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. So by observing all these dimensions you need to complete here. So from the examination point of view, what you can do is, it is impossible to draw all the 19 components in detail. So for that purpose what you can do is just concentrate on the major components. By drawing that it looks like a complete diagram. So it is an examination tip, you can consider this. So first you draw the body, then you draw this barrel portion, then you insert this center, then this handle shape, then at the rear side go for flange and this hand wheel. So you identify which is the front view and top view. So for that you have to be familiar with the assembled view. So this is the assembled view of the tailstock. So in this, which component is shown in which view, that you have to observe. So here by observing this assembled view you can identify that this is the front view of the hand wheel. Again in the parts diagram also the same view is given, so that you have to identify it as a front view. So this is the front view and this becomes the side view. So in that way you have to identify which is the front and side. So that is only possible when you go through the assembled drawing thoroughly and observe this assembled drawing and also observe the part drawing. Then you compare which parts are going where. So that will very helpful in assembling the components in 3D model. So first you need to practice the drafting of these 3 views. Then you should be able to model all the 19 components. Then you should be able to assemble all the 19 components within 3 hours of exam. So part C, it will take very lengthy time. So you have to practice a lot. So daily you just practice the rough sketches of front view, top view of all 7 assemblies. That is the best time to practice now. So anyway, it is a lockdown situation. You are staying in home. Just try to practice all the front view, top views of all the 7 assemblies. So need not to be there with exact dimension. You can go for rough sketches also. Just you start with the body first, then you add components to that body such that it looks like an assembled one. So now this is the complete front view. Once you finish your front view, then you can go for the top view. So in the top view, the body of the top view is already given. You copy the same thing onto your paper, how it is there. Then whether it is a front view or top view, the barrel, the screw spindle and the handle will look as it is the same. Then for the remaining component, you observe there how many views are given in the parts geometry and which view is not given. So by that you can able to understand the views. So here For example, this is component number 15. The orientation is given in the different way if you observe the assembled one. So that means you rotate this by 90 degrees. Then this becomes the front view and this becomes the top view. So where is the part number 15 in assembly? Just you observe. So here it is showing the component number 15. So on whatever the view you have drawn here, so this particular view is not at all given here in the parts geometry. So this is helpful to create the component, but need not to be one of the view should be used in the drawing, right? So if you consider this as the front view, this becomes the top view. According to these two views in the assembly, that becomes your side view. So as per the diagram 15, the parts geometry, so this view becomes the side. That means if you consider this as the front view and this is the top view, provided you observe in the 90-degree rotated portion, then whatever the view given in the assembly, that will become the side view. So need not to be the one of the views here. So these component drawings will helpful us to create the 3D part. But in the assembly, how they are oriented and positions, that can be only understood through the assembly drawing. So you should have an idea about how the assembly look like, whether it is in a paper or in actual real life. So you should have an experience of the assembly of tailstock. So then we have a handle to lock the barrel movement. So once we lock this on the hand wheel, if you rotate the hand wheel, this quill will move forward and the barrel will be locked. So you should know the function of the tailstock also. The tailstock is used as a one of the support structure in lathe machines. You can use tools here also to make a hole in longitudinal direction in the workpieces and measure. The main function of the tailstock is to give support for the slender components which are to be turned on a lathe machine. So by observing all these dimensions, now you are familiar with the front views and top view. So let us see in solid edge how the assembly or how the body is drawn. So this is the assembly of tailstock. Is it visible? ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಪ್ಲೇ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದಾ?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್.
ವಿಡಿಯೋ tailstock ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದಾ? ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದಲ್ಲ?
ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಸರ್, ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಪ್ಲೇ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ. ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದಲ್ಲ? ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ಏಬಲ್ ಟು? ಓಕೆ. So this is the initial sketch you have to draw in side plane. By observing the shape of the side view, so we'll start the modeling from side view. So side view drawing nodkondo you have to model this as a first element in body. So these many steps are required to get at the final shape. So I have started with the side plane. Then once the model is ready, so now this is the front. So you have to make this cutout portion. So all the commands are suppressed just to identify how is the next steps, and we have to draw a straight line here. So that means the left portion will be deleted or trimmed. Then one revolved protrusion, taking this as an axis. So this cylindrical portion is modeled. Then this round feature is given R38. So next feature is the cutout from the rear side. So this should be the shape. So this shape is again obtained from your sketch. You have to draw this profile and you have to cut that portion. Then, so you will be left out with some portions here. You make that as a round by drawing this profile, and you can mirror that other side. So you will get the mirror cutout of this, such that your complete view will be obtained. So this is the boss portion at the rear. Again, these dimensions are taken from the front view dimension of body. So for all these diagrams, you have to refer the parts drawing. So when you give this revolved protrusion, go for round 5. So here, back side, the sharp edge has to be rounded off. And this is one more construction to mount the stud and hand wheel. Sorry, not hand wheel, handle. So you have to take the reference of a parallel plane. So you have to draw one reference plane over there. Then you have to draw that one. So again, it is a cutout feature from the center of this line. You have to take in this view, that is side view, from the side view. Then the whole feature that again cut out. So here, be careful. So this diameter is different, and whatever the diameter comes in the bottom post, that is different. Observe the diagram, you will find that one. So you have to go for counter bore option over there. So upper diameter is different, the lower part diameter is different. So that feature can be obtained in the diagram. So here it is a threaded portion. We can go for one hole, then use a mirror pattern or the rectangular pattern or poly pattern, circular pattern, to repeat it 4 times. Or you can copy and paste in a circular way. So I have used the pattern command here. So again, this is a protrusion command. So you have to give that step for supporting the nut. Just like a washer, it is an integral washer, it will work. So from the bottom plane, I have selected to make a hole of 23 diameter at this location. So location of the hole you can get from the drawing again. And again R5 round is given. So at the top and bottom, chamfer is given. So all the features which are given in the views, you have to follow up and just mark a round mark on the dimension such that you have incorporated that feature in your modeling. So this is the model of hand wheel. So here I have shown some of the basic components such that if you assemble all those, it will look like a complete tailstock. So you have to practice that as an examination trick. And you can observe the hand wheel front view. So these two sections are given as the cross-sectional feature. So I have drawn that one too, and it is a revolve protrusion command. It will produce a ring structure. Then you have to go for the ribs, construct the one rib according to the dimension in the side view, then rotate 6 times. That is, the one rib is rotated 6 times. You can use a pattern command for that. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the cross sections you have taken from the front view, revolved by 360 degrees, revolve protrusion command. So here in the edge bar, you can see the commands which we have used to make a hand wheel. So I have given round command here. After this round, we are going for the pattern command. Or one more cutout is there. Just observe that. That is a keyway cut at the center. After that, the pattern command is used. So this is the one rib constructed that is rotated 6 times using pattern command. So this is the definition of pattern command. You can observe this 6 dots on yellow circle. It will repeat this in a circular way 6 times, including that. So this is a handle. It is also a simple component. If you draw this in the assembly, it looks like you have drawn the complete tailstock. So first you construct, so only 3 command is required here. You can observe in this edge bar, using only 3 commands, the handle is constructed. So one revolve protrusion, second one is one cutout, and third one is one more revolve protrusion. So this is a threaded portion. So we are inserting a stud over there. And this is the profile. You can observe in the black color line. It is rotated about this inclined line at 55 degrees. Then you will get the shape. So like this, you have to model this. So regarding this tailstock, I have posted some YouTube links. Please go through that because it is becomes very difficult to show the modeling of each and every component on online basis, because the net may not be at full speed every time. So I have given some YouTube links which are helpful. You can go through that one and you will find all the components they have modeled in that one, and also they are showing the assembly of that also. Please go through that. And some of the components I will show you, just wait. And what is the initial sketches and how to model that one, everything is there. So step by step images are there, just observe this. So this is the complete assembly of tailstock. So these are the components required to make that assembly here. So next, this is the body. To make this body, these many commands we have to use. For just one body of a tailstock, we need to use these many commands in combination. So as in the last class we discussed, you can right click on this one and you can suppress that, so that that command will be there but it is hidden from the visual L. So to start with the protrusion, the first command, you have to select the right plane, that is XZ plane, that is side plane, side view. In the side view, you can see this shape in your part drawing. So you can take this this circular portion downwards, or you can take this in the upper side also. So that also you can practice. So I have taken here as a bottom round. So this is the sketch you need to draw to get that initial portion of the body. So here this has to be drawn in side view, that is in exact plane. So these dimensions are placed as per your drawing sheet. Just observe there. So which are the dimensions are given in the side view, the same dimensions are placed in the same position, such that you can cross verify that none of the dimensions are missed. So by giving this command, you can get this as a first protrusion command. Then in the front plane, so this portion has to be cut out. You have to draw these three lines and you can get this dimension 107 and 37 from your book again. And one more cutout, just draw one vertical line at a distance of 37 from this edge for a height of 139. Then it will look like this. So this portion being cut and this front portion being cut, you have to go for this revolve protrusion. Then you have to give this round command. Then one more cutout command from the back end. So the dark line, the bold line is your profile. So this is the closed profile you have to draw there and cut. Again, these dimensions are taken from your front view of tailstock body. And from the rear you have to cut this highlighted portion. So it will look like a square portion. You make it as a round here. So once you cut this portion, then you mirror that one other side also, it will create a round. And next you have to go for this profile. So this profile dimensions are given in front and top views. So some of the dimensions are given in front view and these diameters are given in the top view. You combinedly use the dimensions and draw here and revolve it by 360 degrees. Then round command. Again, you have to take one parallel plane of 75 with respect to the horizontal plane here. So on a distance of 75. Again, this 75 you can get it from your sketch again. So whatever the dimensions we take, it is reference from the sketch only. So you have to understand the sketch very thoroughly. The reading of the sketching is very important. So model this as a protrusion command by drawing a circle 40 diameter, and the center should be 38 mm from this edge, the front face. Then you can get this profile. Then 38 internal hole. Again the cutout here. One more cutout for 22. And this cutout having 22 radius here, and for this they have given dimension as 38 and 44. They have not given the dimension of the square cutout. That is, instead of that, from this edge and from this edge they have given it as 44. You have to consider the same dimensions. So here you have to go for a threaded hole. So pattern command, then it is a simple hole. Again one protrusion command, and this is the position. So from the bottom, a cutout at a distance of 82, the diameter for 23, and this round command. So by this will be the end of your body. The same thing what you have gone through the video, the same are taken in image forms. There are some more videos. So this is the small one. You go through this.
The next part is called as 13, that is handle. It is a very simple part. Now let me show you how to create this one. Now yes, diameter 40 is nothing but sphere diameter is 40. So sphere diameter is 32. The distance from center to center is given as 135 mm. At an angle of 15 degree it has to be positioned. Now this thing has to be done using a command called revolved protrusion. Now let me show you how to do this component. Let me go for solid part, then revolved protrusion. Let us go for front plane as a sketching plane. Now using circle by center point, draw two circles. One is diameter of 40 mm. The another one is the diameter as 32 mm. Now let me position it somewhere here. Now using the smart dimension option,